data science. Today, I will show you one of our latest tutorials, preprocess and analyze stock data using Python. If you have any doubts about anything, please let me know in the comments and I will answer them. Also, if you want me to code during this live streaming, let me know and I will do so if I see some interaction in the chat. So let's get started. We have this data visualization that is a normal distribution of the histograms. They tell us the returns since 2020 on the NVIDIA stock. You can see that in the y-axis, we have the number of days that we had a certain interval of data. For example, most of the days, they had an interval in the daily return of 0%, 150, and very few days, they were -2, in this case, -20%, and 20%. Now, how can we develop this analysis? First, we need to download the data. We can do so with Y-Finance library using the ticker from NVIDIA. If you would like to apply this in any other stock data, you can go to Y-Finance, look for the ticker, let's say Microsoft, and there you will see this ticker that you can substitute by the NVIDIA we have used in this tutorial. Now we have the historical daily prices for the NVIDIA stock. Nevertheless, we don't have a column that accounts for the returns. That is the amounts that goes from one day to the next, the amount of money in percentage that we would have earned. To do so, first, we filter the data to take it into account from the year 2020. Then we can visualize the line with the adjusted close price. We can see that at the beginning it was below $200 per action, per share, and nowadays is above 800, at least at the time I downloaded the dataset. To calculate the daily return, I need to use the function percentage change. And there I can see that on the first day, we had 59. On the second day, the stock went down to 58. That is minus 0.01 less. In percentages, this would be 1% for the following day. We can see that here we have a missing value, not a number, because we don't have any prior day to compare this close price. Now, if I want to see the distribution of the daily return, I can simply plot a histogram. And here I can see that most of the days the stock was between 0% and very few days were 20%, minus 10%, minus 20%. And one of the conclusions that we can take from this visualization is that if we calculate with the function describe the standard deviation and the average, we can say that 68% of the returns are between one average value, the mean value, plus one standard deviation, that is minus 3.1% and minus 3.7% plus. Cumulative return. This is, instead of having the percentage change for each day, which is what we have here, let's say if we reinvest in the stock every day, which is the cumulative return we would have had today. In this case, we need to fill the first missing data, at A1 so that the cumulative product can be applied and it doesn't give us a value near 0, because most of the percentage changes are 0.01, 0.02, etc. And finally, we would have that the stock has increased up until 15 times the original value. And this is, if we would have invested in the year 2020, $1 in the NVIDIA stock, today we would have had $15 for each one of the stock. So this has been everything for today in this tutorial. Let me know if you have any doubts or would like to solve some Python codes with it. In other case, I will invite you to go to Luma Datons, where you can see all of the events that we are hosting, as well as the past events that you can see on the webpage. Here you will find links to our Reddit community, where you can post any doubts that you may have, and I will answer them personally to see which are your main struggles or any reference that I can give you through my experience. I have worked with more than 800 people who have got into master's programs, professionals from companies that wanted to learn programming applied to their practical cases so that they can automate their processes. Then if you want to see watch past recordings on these sessions, you can go to this YouTube playlist where you have all of the sessions that we are hosting. Additionally, you will have these steps in one of our playlists to install Python and get started with data science, programming, and Python. And finally, if you want to learn more with us, you can visit Datons, and maybe you can check out our live course that we are hosting next week, starting on April 16th. And going down, you can see the syllabus. We are having 3 live sessions, 3 hours each, where we will practice Python tricks for proficient learning, data visualization. If you click here, you can see which lessons we are taking, and an overview of data science library, data preprocessing for analysis, statistics and machine learning, APIs, custom functions and libraries. There is a lot of content. I'm not gonna make you practice all of this, but some of them we will cover practical exercises that I will watch while you learn and practice with Python to check and grasp all of the common errors that you are committing without having knowledge of them. And then after, I will show you best practices on how to solve it so that later, after the course, when you program in Python, you are more comfortable and you get more done in less time. So check it out if you want to come the next week, and I will be pleased to teach you all of the many tricks that I know from Python. Take care and have a great week.